What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about ZBCN Zebec today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Right? It's the 21st of May. We're at about 0022 right now, and you're just breaking out of this. I want to give my thoughts on this because I think people might wonder, what does this mean? Is this the real deal? Is it not? Are we going to go down? What does it mean if we do go down? What if by the time I watch this video we're down here? Is that a bad thing? We're going to go over all these scenarios because I think that it's very important what's happening right here for you to not mess it up, right? And none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just going to tell you what I very much think is going to happen right here. I think you are at the beginning. I think you're at the very beginning of something miraculous is what's happening here, right? You're at higher prices now than you've seen for most of your life. Higher prices now than you've seen since June of 2024. It's been almost a year since you've been up here. You've really fought, first off, you really fought this area as resistance, right? Even going out over to here, even after you broke above it here, you fought it as resistance time and time again for the predominant part of your life. You broke out of it recently after finding a double bottom at your all-time lows. Double bottom, immaculate growth. Some of the highest prices you'd seen in about a year's time, right off of the double bottom from your all-time low. Beautiful. That's exactly the kind of recovery you want to see. Not only that, you back tested the area that's been holding you down for about the past year. You back tested it and found support, immaculate support. You're basically doing the same thing off of this area that you did off of this area. You're just beginning, man. Your daily RSI is just now getting in the overbought zone. So here we are at 00227. What happens if we pull back to 002 or even a little bit lower? What happens is you're going to bounce off of prior areas of support if you go down that low, down to 0018. You're going to bounce off of prior areas of resistance if you go down that low to 0019 or prior areas of support back here, prior resistance right there, prior resistance right there. If you go lower from here, if you see any volatility or experience that at all, it's an opportunity to buy. It is certainly not an opportunity to sell. And I very much do not believe that we're going to see any kind of heavy retracement from here. But what about bearish divergence, C-Zar? Don't you see the bearish divergence on the daily time frame? It's not bearish divergence. Yes, it is a high and a lower high. Yes, this is a high and a higher high, and that is bearish divergence, but it's not bearish divergence until you get a red day to confirm it. Right? And likely it's not bearish divergence at all anyways, even if we do get a red day to confirm it, because this high is higher than this high, is higher than this high, is higher than that high. You know what I mean? Like it's all the bearish divergence would have been here, but you didn't get that even. Like it's not bearish divergence. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Really what this is this is the first day, if you close here or higher, that you're getting into the overbought zone. It's the first day that you're closing above this range that's been holding you down now since February of 2025. And the first day really that you're probably going to truly break away from this range that you've been held down under for over a year now, for about a year now. You're really truly separating from it, right? You broke out, or you had a very impulsive move up, you back tested, and now you're breaking out. Now you're getting that breakout move. I don't think this stops moving. You're not going to find another consolidation phase like this or like this. Any kind of consolidation phase, I don't think you're going to seriously consolidate until you're at new all-time highs. That's what's happening right here. Okay, so don't get worried. Don't get swept away with any of the volatility that could ensue as a result of this, right? You really could. And I'm not saying that you will move down. I'm just saying if by the time you watch this video you're back below 0.002, it's a time to buy. It's a miracle. You got a freaking miracle coming your way, giving you an opportunity to buy before this thing really takes off. We look at the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour just got overbought. This 1 hour RSI is super dominant to the upside. Absolutely it is. Look at all that. All the readings above the 50. You can't even get below the 40. You won't get oversold or you're getting overbought. Beautiful. 4 hour time frame, probably the same thing. Yeah, look at that. Stupendous. Miraculous. It looks ferocious, and it looks like it's just getting started. Same thing with the daily time frame. My expectation here would be, since you're seeing some of the most dominant price action that you've seen probably in your entire life, you're going to get some of the highest readings in the RSI that you've seen in your entire life. I wouldn't be surprised if you ran up here. It looks like you're going to stop right here, as you have throughout your entire life, and with this next move, you break through this area of resistance in the RSI. You actually get above the 85 for once in your damn life on the daily RSI. I think that's what's happening. And if that happens, you're likely going to follow through. You're going to see this kind of behavior. I think this is a bull flag in all aspects of the word. Maybe it started here. Maybe it starts down there. I don't know. But if this is a bull flag, you'd probably go all the way up to about like half a cent, which that's well above new all-time highs. We take a high here to a low there. We go high, 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 right there. High to low, that's right there. That measure move would be pretty damn close to your golden ratio. So 0042, 0045, that's your measure move kind of area right there. But maybe you don't stop there. Maybe you press higher and you go to 0057, 0065, something like this. These are all targets that could happen realistically over the next 2 weeks. Like genuinely over the next 2 weeks, you could be at least 42% of a dollar, or no, sorry, of a penny, 42% of a penny, 0.0042, or a little bit over half of a penny, 65% of a penny. I don't think that you'd be up more than 0065 before you consolidate again, but you could be. I would think more so you see this move. It's going to happen. Most of it's going to happen by the end of May. You'll probably in June find your top. Maybe it'll be around here. Maybe it'll be around here. Early June, you'll consolidate again, much like you just did here, and then in the end of June, middle of June, late part of June, that's whenever you're going to see your final finale phase that'll take you higher. It'll probably be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 phase move, which could potentially end at 1 cent. Is that right? Yeah, 1.3 cent could be your minimum target area. I don't have a problem with that. 1.3 cent could be where you stop ultimately. Yes. If not there, then you're going to go to 1.75 cents to 2.2 cents. And if not there, we're going all the way up to 4 cents, 5 cents, and it's really hard to guess where you're going to go, because the reality is, you guys, you could go higher than that. We don't know. This thing has a lot of pent up aggression. It's about to let it out to the upside. But all I can say is I'm very confident that you at least see 1.3 cents. I'm very confident in that. As far as what you could see at the most, dude, you could see 10 cents. You could see 12 cents. I don't know. Maybe you stop at 4 cents, 5 cents. I really don't know. But at a minimum, I would expect 1.3 cents by the end of June, if not early July. But so if that's my minimum target, I guess likely you'd probably see something that's around, if not above, 2 cents. It would be my guess, and that's the money zones there. So that's a strong probability. But if you don't stop at 2.2 cents, you don't stop right there at 2.3 cents, 2.2 cents, whatever, you're likely not stopping until you hit 4 cents, which would be miraculous in itself. From here, that'd be an overall 17x. But I do have a harder time going with that just off the bat, because that already, from a low to a high, that would imply this move overall is a 56x, right? Where at the minimum, that would be about an 18x, which is still pretty high, so that's fine at a minimum there. And then over a 20x overall, it's hard to say. It's just really hard to say, because we're dealing with things that are not normal and not a lot of historical data on, right? We're in uncharted territory as of now, or at least barely charted territory, about to hit uncharted territory. Regardless of what happens, where it stops, it's just getting started now. You've got a lot of growth to go, and I'm really excited for Zebec and all the Zebecans out there who are going to make a lot of money on this. Shout out to Crypto Future. I wanted to say Crypto Rob. Crypto Rob's a different guy. If you guys know who Crypto Rob is, shout out to Crypto Future though. Crypto Rob, what was his channel name, man? Maybe it was just Crypto Rob. I don't know. He's a weird guy living in the Philippines, but he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. Just kind of odd. I guess we all are, aren't we? Anyways, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.